What's up, everybody? This is John with JohnKill3D Gaming here, and I'm doing something a little new here, or not really new. I've done this a couple times in the past before, but these are so rare. Being that there's nothing new for me to review, I decided to go back and review one of my favorite Spider-Man games from the old generation of consoles, and that is Spider-Man Web of Shadows. And if you already know what Web of Shadows already is, then this review is going to be very short. I'm just going to bring you up to speed for those who either don't remember what it was or never played it, or if you have, you know where I'm coming from. Web of Shadows is the only Spider-Man game that I remember playing that wasn't movie licensed. It had its own original story, and it utilized the famous choice-making system that was so prevalent in the Infamous games. So, how did that work in a Spider-Man game? Well, basically, the symbiote invasion happens in this game. Venom encounters Spider-Man. You get the black suit. You encounter classic villains and heroes. And the choice system between the black suit and regular Spider-Man is prevalent throughout this game. The web slinging mechanics are great. Actually, they're more than great. They're fantastic because Spider-Man, in his normal suit, quick, agile, fast. Black suited Spider-Man, violent, incredibly strong, but it can also affect the course of the story depending on which suit you're using. And there's also choices in its boss battles, and this game had really good boss battles, such as with the Vulture, Venom, infected symbiote Wolverine, and just so many other characters that it made this game have such great replayability just so you can go through and figure out the other endings to see what would happen, because there's a couple different endings to this game. At the time, this Spider-Man game was more in line with looking like a comic book, but with more realism graphics, kind of like how the other Spider-Man games were. The differences between this and, say, Edge of Time and Shattered Dimensions, those looked like a comic book game. This one was trying to be a mixture of a comic book game, but still use lifelike graphics. The only thing it was lacking was, what to do after the game ended. It was more story based than it was just an open world experience. Yeah, it was open world, but there was not a whole lot for you to do. So that was the only Debbie Downer about this game. But the game was incredible. You had a buddy system. I'll call it the buddy system, where you can have different characters join you in the middle of a fight. You can call a hero in, or you can call in a villain character, depending on who you aligned yourself with throughout this game. It had a very well large open map, a great combat system, acrobat system, and web slinging mechanics. Granted, the web slinging was kind of funny. It was a mixture between sticking to the buildings, or you could do that bogus just web slinging onto the air and just swing from there. But the way Spider-Man moved in this game was incredible. I've never seen Spider-Man move so much more fluent in any other game but this one. Your fluidity between web slings also translates into combat, because you can also do air combat, which air combat at the time for me was very new, because I've never seen Spider-Man move at this speed. And if you want to know what battle does it the most, the battle against the Vulture in this game, both symbiote Vulture and regular Vulture. So if I was to rate the game now, back then, I would have gave this game a 7 out of 10, because it still had its things about it. But looking back at it now, it's more of a 7.5, close to an 8. It was a great Spider-Man game. I wish they would do more Spider-Man games than are not movie license based. So, anyway, guys, this has been John with JohnKill3D Gaming. I hope you liked the review, and until next time, guys.